It was a quiet summer afternoon. On the rooftop of an old neighborhood in the city, a woman named Sophia was sitting alone. She was about 45 years old. Her face looked tired, but there was a deep thought in her eyes, as if she were searching for the answer to a question. Sophia's life hadn't been easy. Her husband had died early, money was always short, and her son was unemployed. Her life was filled with struggles. She worked day and night. Sometimes she cleaned other people's homes. Sometimes she took on sewing work, just to make ends meet. She wasn't very educated, but she had a sharp mind and strong understanding. Whenever she had a moment, she would read old books and stories, trying to learn something from them. Every day, a white pigeon came to her terrace. Unlike the other pigeons, it made no noise, nor did it hop around. It just sat quietly. Sophia felt this pigeon was different, so she named it Sage. One day, as she was feeding the pigeon, many questions arose in her mind. She quietly said to herself, "I work so hard. I think carefully before every step. Then why doesn't anything big change in my life? It seems like everything is controlled by fate. Can wisdom really change anything?" Just then, something strange happened. The white pigeon slowly walked toward her and spoke in a very calm voice. "If I could answer your question, would you listen?" Sophia was stunned. For a moment she thought she was dreaming, but the pigeon spoke again. "Don't be afraid. Today, you asked a question from your heart, so today you shall get your answer. I will tell you 3 stories. Then you decide. Which is greater, fate or wisdom?" Sophia quietly looked at him. First story: hard work without a plan. There was a man named Robert. He was very hard-working. Every day he woke up before sunrise and went to work in the fields. Sometimes he did manual labor, sometimes he tilled someone else's land. He worked from dawn till dusk, but he had no fixed method or goal. Wherever he found work for the day, he would go, without thinking, without planning. He kept doing this for 20 years, but his home still looked broken and poor. No proper electricity, no solid roof. People used to say, "Robert is such an honest and hard-working man." But when Sophia thought about it, she realized that despite all the effort, Robert's condition never improved. Sage said, "There was hard work, but no direction or understanding. That's why even fate couldn't help. Hard work without thinking often gives you fatigue, not results." Second story: lucky but unwise. There was a man named Samuel. He was born into a wealthy family. His father had given him a lot of property and money. Samuel was educated, but he never learned how to make wise decisions. He was easily influenced by friends. Many times he invested in businesses he knew nothing about. He bought expensive things, spent beyond his needs, and made decisions without any planning. Within a few years, all his wealth began to disappear. His mansion was sold, his car was gone, and he had to look for work. Sage said, "Fate gave Samuel everything, but he lacked wisdom. He didn't know how to manage his fortune. When someone has resources but no understanding, everything can slip away." Third story. Now listen to the third and final story of a woman named Sophia. Sophia was shocked. Sage smiled and said, "She faced many hardships in life, lost her husband, her son was jobless, and she was barely educated. But she never gave up. She cleaned homes, learned sewing, and taught children for extra income. Whatever she did thoughtfully and with purpose. She never blamed her situation. Instead, she handled each difficulty with understanding. She didn't fight fate or the world. She simply used her wisdom to carve a path. That woman is you, Sophia." Sophia's eyes filled with tears. She had discovered a new meaning in her own life. Gradually, her son found a job. She opened her own sewing center and even began employing 3 other women. A few days later, Sage returned. Sage asked, "Now tell me, what is greater, fate or wisdom?" Sophia smiled gently and replied, "Wisdom, because it took me where fate was holding me back." Sage said, "Well said. Fate is the seed we are born with, but wisdom is the gardener who decides whether that seed will become a tree or not. If there is only fate, it is an opportunity without direction. And if there is only wisdom, it is a plan without tools. But when both meet, that's when life is truly built." Fate is opportunity, but wisdom is decision. Fate opens the door, but it is wisdom that gives you the courage and direction to walk through it. When the plate of hard work is served with the flavor of wisdom, only then does the sweetness of success come.